Hey YouTube, it's Libra Finesse here with another video. I want to say hope all is well with everyone today. I hope you are enjoying the content on my channel. Thank you for all your likes, subscribes, and shares. I love that you guys are sharing the content, the videos with your family, friends, associates. I love it. Keep all the love coming in as I will keep all the love coming out. Today, I want to talk about focusing on self. I don't think that we do that too often in this day and age because so many people put their business out on social media. So I want to say nowadays it's easy to be in somebody's business. Now, if you choose to, that's totally on you. Me personally, I really don't choose to just involve myself involuntarily in other people's business. I just, well, voluntary or involuntary. Like, I feel like, okay, when my girlfriend or, friend comes to me and they need some advice, okay, that's me putting myself in their business voluntarily. But when people just post stuff on social media, I really don't get into it. I really don't even comment on a lot of things unless it's positive. But like when they post ratchet and ghetto and just unnecessary stuff that's negative, I really don't get into that. And I feel like with a lot of people, if we would focus on ourselves, it would alleviate a lot of problems in life that we have, period. Like, I feel like if you stay in your lane, like, life is like driving a car. Stay in your lane, and that's how you prevent accidents. When you don't pay attention, you swerving, you doing other things, you're distracted from what's going on in your life. That's how accidents happen. So I feel like staying in our lane is, the best thing for us. Now, do we always do that? No, not everybody. I don't know one person that always does it. It's always somebody that's got something to say about someone else that's negative or unnecessary. But I feel like if we stay in our own lane, we can focus on what's going on in our life. I had to recently do this with my daughter. She's always focused on what's going on in everybody else's life. And I'm like, you can't even see the good in your life. And it's a lot of good because you're so focused on what's going on in somebody else's life. How can you ever appreciate what's going on in your life or even expect more from what's going on in your life? I mean, expect more out of your life because you're so focused on what's going on in somebody else's life. Like, that don't fly. Like, that, I feel like it's all a level of maturity too. Kids will be kids. Young adults will be young adults. Adults should be adults, and that means leveling up mentally, physically, emotionally, leveling up to where you're focused on your success. You're focused on what's going on in your life. And I feel like that's the only way to achieve success is to focus on what's going on in your life. If you want to help somebody else succeed, focus on what's going on in their life, and you'll help them succeed. And when they succeed, you'll see that you're still where you were. And they have leveled up and they have gotten to where they wanted to be, and they're growing. Grow yourself. Stay in your lane. Focus on yourself. A lot of people, like my mom will always say, a lot of people got a lot of gameplay in them. And that's really not focusing on yourself, because either you're lying, cheating, stealing, you're doing whatever it is, playing games with people. And that's not cool. Like, how could you ever expect to get to the next level in life playing games with folks? I'm all for a good board game, okay? I'm all for a good Monopoly, Game of Life, Pictionary. I'm all for that. But when you playing Monopoly that don't have the Monopoly money, you play a Monopoly with a book of food stamps, a Medi-Cal card, and a cash voucher. You playing that ghetto ass Monopoly, I don't have time for it. You playing that ratchet ass Monopoly, I don't have time for it. I have no time for that. Like, it's just too draining. It really is, because people just fall into this negative state of just, oh, I want to gossip, I want to talk about this person, did you see that, did you know this, like, and I think to myself, and I'll even ask my kids, how is that enriching your life? Talking about that person, commenting on what they said, what they had on, what they did, how is that enriching your life? And I think we can ask ourselves that question about a lot of things. How is that enriching your life? And that will deter you from doing a lot of the bullshit that we do. If it's not enriching your life, it's not helping you gain knowledge and insight on your passion or your career or whatever it is that you feel like you like to do, hobby, whatever, why even give energy and time to it? Why? I guess the question would be why? And I would love to hear the answer. Share your mind with me in the comments below. Why do things that aren't enriching your life? Why focus on things that are not enriching your life? It makes no sense. I can find so many other positive things to do than to sit back and talk about what Brianna had on at the champagne brunch last week. No, granted, was it appropriate for the event? No. Is it my business? No. Am I her stylist? No. Am I her manager? No. Who cares? Like, I'm not gonna comment on stuff that's not gonna enrich my life. I hear people do it all the time, and I'll sit there and I'll just like, oh wow, okay. I'll start thinking of something else in my mind, or I'll politely excuse myself from that conversation. Because it's draining. It's like, what are we doing? How are we talking about the success that somebody has reached this week, last week, or the successes that people are working on reaching in the future? Next year, year after next? Are we talking about the accomplishments that somebody has achieved this past week, this past month? Like, it's so many other things that we can talk about as opposed to focusing on what's going on in somebody else's life. Like, if we focus on what's going on in our lives, oh my gosh, the world would be such a better place. We'd be so much far more advanced than where we are now, as opposed to honing in on bullshit that has nothing to do with what's going on in your life. But some people find joy in down talking other people, shaming other people, or just having something negative to say overall about somebody else. That's not what we were put here for. Everybody is different. So what you might like, the other person may not like, and it's not for that person to say anything. It's really none of their business. Like, if I remember one day, a friend of mine asked me, did I like her shoes? And I'm like, no. I mean, it's cute on you, but it's not my style. She's like, oh, you a hater. No, I'm really not a hater, but you asked me and I'm giving you my honest opinion. A lot of people, it's so sad, a lot of people can't take it. If you ask me, oh, do you think this is nice? Yeah, it's not my style, but yeah, if you like it, hey, rock it. Like, I don't buy stuff and ask people, oh, do you think it'll look good on me? No, I'm at the store trying it on, making sure it looks good on me before I leave. Fuck how you feel about it, because first of all, you're not buying it. And even if you are buying it, you're buying it for me. So it's about what I like. So I feel like as girlfriends, it's like, okay, what looked good on Tay Tay may not look good on Lisa, and vice versa. Like, it's okay. When we understand that we all have differences and uniquenesses that make us who we are, people will better understand the way of life, the cycle of life. They'll probably have better karma too, because it'll keep people the fuck up out of other people's businesses. Like, that person's unique in their own way. Stay out their business. They're doing what works for them. Do what works for you. For you. Universe, your thinking, the God in you, the presence in you, just everything in you. Do what works for you. Don't focus on what somebody else is doing, because guess what? They're doing what's working for them. And if it's working out good, it probably is if you're talking shit about them. Either you're jealous, or you're just over opinionated, which never helps in any situation. Like your opinions, like I say, take it home to where it matters to your spouse and your kids. It might matter there. I don't even know. But in the streets, it really doesn't matter unless someone asks you. Like if you're just giving opinion, I'm looking like, who asked you anything? Like, why are you? Sometimes I look at people like, why are you even talking? Nobody asked you anything. Like, bring it in. Nobody asked you nothing. What we really want to say is shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you. Like, but we have to be polite. But I just look at some people like, did you have to say that? Like, saying that did what? Nothing. Telling a person, if they don't ask your opinion, you tell them, ooh, that don't look good on you. Okay, in your eyes. Again, that's your opinion. Obviously, they felt like it looked good on them. Why? Because they wore it out the house. And I wish somebody would come up and tell me, oh, I don't think that looks good on you. And, Hunty, that's why we don't pay you to think. Fall back, sweetie. Like, I'm going to probably say something smart depending on the type of day I'm having or what kind of mood I'm in. If I just want to shoot the shits and giggle, I probably will say something smart. But if I'm in business go mode, I'll be like, okay, move right along. What time is the meeting? Are we having lunch? Do we have the notes together for the presentation? I'm moving on to something else because I don't give a fuck about what you think about what I have on. Nobody's paying you to think about my wardrobe. Go where the money is. Take your mind to where the money is. Focus on the money. The money, nobody's paying you to comment on my wardrobe, what I'm wearing. So therefore, if it's not paying you, don't do it. Shut up. I mean, that's as nice as I can put it. Don't do it. Nobody's paying you for your opinion on my life, what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with. So really, it doesn't matter. Like, take that shit to where it would matter, because telling that person, either I feel like you trying to bring me down. Yeah, I would just feel like you trying to bring me down, because me personally, I'll see stuff on people and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, in my mind, that really don't go in my mind, but hey, they rocking it. That is cool. I'm not gonna express that to them. I'm really not, because obviously if you put it on, you like it. So me telling you that you don't look good in it, what am I trying to do? Am I trying to tear you down? Make you not feel good? Keyword, trying. Because when you're confident within yourself, it's very little that somebody can do. Little to nothing that somebody can do to tear you down. But we all have our insecurities. So would that be the motive? I'm looking at, what's your angle for telling me that? Like, okay, if you tell me, ooh, boo, you need a lint roller. You got a lot of lint on you. Let's get that lint off of you. Help me in those ways. Or you know what? I spilled something on my blouse. It's white. Put some soda. I'm going to get you some soda water. We're going to put that on there. Or I spilled something on my shirt a couple weeks ago in the restaurant, and it was a white blouse. It's beautiful. My favorite blouse. A sheer white blouse. A lady bust out a Tide pen and was like, here, hurry up and put this on it. Wet it a little bit, put the Tide pen on it, bam, stain was out. By the time we had left the restaurant, it was already drying up. It wasn't a huge stain. It was like, ooh, something hurt and fell. I pulled it off. It was a small stain, but it's a white blouse, so it showed. But by the time we got out the restaurant, the area was already drying up, and I was good for the day. Like, do stuff like that. Help people. Elevate people. Offer your insights that way. She was like, if it doesn't all the way come out with the Tide pen, you can stop at the store across the street, get some soda water, put that on there, just dab it. Don't saturate it too much. She was very helpful. I appreciate that type of stuff. Like, I'll let somebody know, oh, your tag is hanging out, or your zipper, like a lady's dress, the zipper was coming undone. And she was like, can you help me zip it up? Yeah, we need to do stuff like that for people. Know your angles. And I ain't talking about just in pictures. Know your angles in life. Like, watch what you say to people, too, because it's a lot of people that have triggers and they're insecure about certain things. So you may trigger something in that person, and I'm not saying they're gonna bust your ass in the streets. Well, watch it, you never know. But you might trigger something to start back on their depressed state, and you just never know. Watch your words with people. I mean, I get freedom of speech and stuff like that because I exercise it sometimes more than I should, but I'm never using that. I'm never doing that to tear somebody down. Like, no. I mean, I'll say what I have to say when warranted, but I'm never just, out the blue, ooh, that don't look good on you, girlfriend. So the fuck what? In your eyes, it doesn't. She probably got a man at home that can't wait till she get at home because he gonna lift that thing up. He don't even want her out of it. He gonna lift that thing up and they gonna do what they do. You know, it's somebody for everybody and it's something for everybody. Like, your mouth don't have to always be running. Like, a lot of people, if you have an opinion on somebody, what's your opinion on yourself? That's what I would say. Somebody come to me with negativity. Well, how do you feel about yourself today? How'd you sleep last night? Did you get you some breakfast this morning? You ready for lunch yet? Like, miss me with that negativity. Hit me in the comments below. Let me know. Share your mind with me. Let me know how you feel about focusing on yourself. And shout out to those who do focus on themselves. Leave it in the comments. If you know somebody that needs to focus on themselves, hit me with that. It's Libra Finesse. Take care.